Hey everybody, big welcome back to Project Who You Callin' Midget, which is my 1975 MG Midget. Just to catch you up to speed, if you don't know, you should go back and watch some videos. But anyway, I bought the car that had been sitting for a number of years, close to 20 years or so. And it needed a lot of work, did a restoration on it. Not really restoration, but you know what I mean. Get it all fixed up, did a bunch of body work, replaced some panels, I did all this work, and now where we're at is I've been enjoying the car for the last couple months, and I haven't made any videos, so I thought I would take this opportunity today to kind of catch everybody up on how it's going with the car, which is going great. That's all I can say. I've put on 581 miles, so that's probably, I don't know the conversion on that, 900 kilometers or something like that. Out bombing around all the time, just enjoying myself. So today I got a bit of work to do on the car though. The passenger side rear brake is making a little bit of a squeak. So I want to jack it up, figure out what's going on with that. And might be time for a polish. I kind of gave up on getting her shiny, so I haven't done any kind of buffing or waxing or any of that in a couple months now. So it's a nice day for it. Little overcast. I probably won't go out anyway, so I thought I might spend a little bit of time doing that. I'll show you some of the things that I have done. One of which was added a touchscreen stereo in there. And you can see welcome. Probably going to go to static. Basically, there is no wire for the constant power. So the what do you call it there? The memory on the radio doesn't work. I got to find a constant power source, which most likely will be the cigarette lighter. I just haven't got around to it. See tools laying on the floor and stuff like that, because I'm always puttering with it. I did replace, I mentioned in a previous video that some of my gauges didn't work, which were my oil pressure didn't seem to work properly. It would always drop off. It would start fine in the middle and then it would drop off over time, down to like the gauge would just show 0. And then temperature didn't work, so I bought a set of gauges. They're not installed properly. The one's right there. It's actually not screwed in from the back yet. And sorry, I'm catching a glare there from the window. And then this one works. It's the oil pressure. Why don't we go ahead and do a little cold start. So pull the choke. I did some work on the carburetor, so you actually do use the choke now, which I think makes it run better. And normally you would let it warm up, but let's just see if I shut that off. Yeah, I probably should have let it warm up for a minute first, but we'll see. We get oil pressure. Alright, let's just kill it. Sorry guys. Under the hood, I have not done much of anything really. Well, actually I say that and I don't know where I am on my videos. Maybe I mentioned it, maybe I didn't. So I have done some stuff, so I'm gonna take that back. I replaced all the plugs, the plug wires, distributor cap and rotor, fuel pump. What else did I do? I did a carb rebuild kit. And it runs great throughout the city and stuff like that, but I think I've got to bend the tab down a little bit on the jet or whatever in the carb, because basically, like say if you're trying to go fast, like 100 kilometers an hour or so, it gets a little bit boggy. So I'm kind of thinking I got to bend that down just to let a little more fuel in at the high RPMs under power. I'm thinking that's what it is. I might be wrong, because you can rev the shit out of it in neutral, and you can get it up to 5,000-6,000 RPM, whatever, no problem. But it's just an issue at high RPM under load. So I think it's just a fuel problem. It's not getting enough fuel to generate the power. But I'm not a car guy, so most people that have followed along my series know that I don't actually know that much about cars, just kind of figuring it out as I go. So I could be completely wrong and it's totally something else, but that's what I'm going to try. It's not the hardest job to pull the carb off, so I will go ahead and do that. And other than that, the muffler came down the other day, so my mount had ripped off. So luckily I travel with all around in the trunk, and I just all around it up like that. And then I've still got a, ow, fucker, hit myself on the drawer over there. I still got to, what was I going to say? Oh, the sending unit for the gas in the gas tanks. The fuel gauge is still not accurate, so I'm going to go ahead and just order a new one of those. And that's it. And then come winter, that's when I'm probably going to pull the interior out and just replace. I'm going to put all new carpet in. I had put in my own temporary carpet I bought on Amazon, and it worked good. But realistically, the seats are in really good shape. So, and same with the door panels. I just got a bit of paint or whatever to clean up on them. So I was thinking that for what it's worth over winter, replace all the carpet, 'cause there's some rips and stuff like that. And then the dash cover, winter's a good time to deal with that. But, and then I'm trying to decide whether we're going to paint the car again or not. Part of me wants to possibly paint it like a teal or something like that, you know, like a Miami teal. But if, yeah, like, it's a tough call because it's a lot of work and whatever, but at the same time, I think I could do better on this paint job if I buy a better paint gun. And then the other thing would be also that I think when I painted the car, it was maybe a little too cool in here. Like, it's supposed to be like 20 degrees Celsius or above or something. And it probably wasn't. If there's anybody watching this video that knows about shit like that, basically my paint came out orange peely, kinda, and then I did the clear coat, which was really orange peely, and I had to sand down so much of the clear coat, there's just not enough left to really get an excellent shine. Like, it's got some shine, but because I'm going through the paint, or going through the clear, even though I put on several coats, whatever it was, 4 coats or something. So if anyone's watching this and they know about paint, if you could tell me, like, it was probably, let's just call it 5 degrees Celsius or something in here, 5 or 10, whatever it was when I was painting. I had to wear a sweater or jacket, whatever. It was chilly. Yeah, I'd like some feedback on that. But overall, the little car has been fantastic. Like, I'm going to try to get some more driving videos up for people that are interested in that. But here, I'll set the tripod up and let's pop this wheel off and we'll take a look together, see what's going on with it. Also, I'm happy to announce, after doing all that work on the car, I finally got my set of air tools. So moving forward, it'll make working on the car a little easier. Just ignore the compressor in the background. Come on. I gotta let air build up. Actually, I didn't have to have air build up. I just had to put the switch in properly. Silly. Now I'm like a real car garage. Wow. Wow, that's way better than wrenching away on this shit. So, let's go ahead and see what's up. Let me get some screwdriver going on. Alright, so I also removed or released the parking brake, which if you ever try to take a rear drum off with the parking brake on, you'll know it doesn't go very well. So let's go ahead and see what this old lady is up to. Why is she angry and making squealies at me? Well, the inside is perfect, as you would expect on a reasonably new brake. Lots of pad life left on the shoes. So, wow. Sounds like maybe the hub is dry or something. I'm not really sure. you know what it looks like? It looks like this pin, it's exactly what it is. That pin is rubbing right there. Let's put you back on the tripod, and I'm going to zoom in and try to push that pin out of the way. Oh, sorry guys. Trying to get this on here. And let's zoom in, and I'm going to try to get this tilted up and we can see something. We're going to do a little test here. Okay, so right now I'm going to go ahead and try to push that pin in with a screwdriver, if it can. Or I can use my hand. That's all it is. Now, I don't know if that's supposed to be there. I'm guessing it is, because I don't see, yeah, you couldn't really have that out of there, I don't think. Maybe. It's like if it was to run on top. Let's try it. It goes like that. No, that's even worse. The brake feels fine. There's absolutely no drag on it or anything like that. So, yeah. This is just the spring that pulls the brake shoes back in when you let off the brakes. So I don't know if that can be just a little bent or something, just to try to make it so that it's not rubbing. That might be better. And then while we're in here, we're gonna clean it up with a little brake cleaner. Alright, so I grabbed a little brake cleaner here. Now, I guess ultimately the takeaway from this is that if you know your car ain't acting right, it's better off that you just take the time and check it out. That basically, ultimately, so now I know that there was no issue. It was just a little bit of something rubbing there. It's not going to hurt anything that it's touching. And it was only when you, was it when you hit the brakes, or when you, I think it was when I let off the brakes that it does it. And it's only for a split second. But ultimately, in life, when it comes to old cars, I think you're way better off safe than sorry, right? You'd rather take a few minutes, check it out, and then at least know there's no issue, because, you know, ultimately I could have came in here and found like one of the springs let go or something, but everything looks great. And shout out to the guy I bought it off, because he took the time to put on, you know, new brakes, which, you know, saved me from having to do that. Not only that, in the trunk was a set of spare shoes, so that one day when these are all done, I will be able to go ahead and put another set on. So that might, yeah, still get a tiny little squeal. It's not like actually rubbing, so I don't really have any concerns with that at this moment. Where did I do with the other screw? Here it is. So that's good. I'm going to pop this wheel back on, and I'm going to, while I'm at it, take a look around. I've got it jacked up anyway, and I'm going to probably pull out my welder and see if we can develop something for the exhaust to make an exhaust mount. Well guys, several hours later, sorry, I actually ended up going and working on my truck and putting my exhaust back on. Since I had to go to Canadian Tire for the mount for this, I ended up actually just putting a mount on. I didn't record it, but it's pretty simple. I don't think it's overly complicated where you guys were missing anything. So that's kind of what I did. And time to go for a cruise. And here I'm just going to show you two pictures of the odometer. So it worked out to that I ended up putting like 124 roughly kilometers on the car, doing a little journey out to Mississauga and back, and had a blast. And basically, yeah, I'm really enjoying the shit out of the car, and yeah, I look forward to many more projects and fixing it up. And now I'm just going to leave you guys with some driving video. You don't have to watch it, obviously, if you don't want to, but if you just want to kind of get some POV, what it's like to drive around town in a Midget, then enjoy the rest of the video. I will shut up and just leave the pure driving sounds going. And sorry about wind, but it's convertible. It's a little tricky with a cell phone camera. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you on the next video.